Guys, welcome to the Florida Treasure Coast Market Update. Today, we're going to talk about pools.
You better get fired up.
All right, so I'm going to get you into the MLS here. I'm just logging in right now. And what I'm going to do, I've got a good friend of mine who reached out and said, Joe, I know you do these things on Wednesdays. I want a 4-bedroom house, and I want a pool, and I want to be in Port St. Lucie. What am I looking at as far as inventory? And so I want to share some of these things with you. And just out of, maybe a little bit of entertainment for myself, I'm going to make some guesses before we do these things, right? But I'm sharing screen right now. You guys should be able to see it. So when you're looking at pools, I'm going to guess it's usually around 20 to 22% of homes in Port St. Lucie have pools, right? So I'm going to come in. Okay, so right now I'm going to come down to single family homes. In Port St. Lucie, we've got, you'll see it right up here, 1,182 single family homes for sale. Okay, I'm going to jot that down. Now, if I'm right and we've got 20 to 22% have pools, that would be, let's just round this to 1,200. That'd be 240 have private pools, not clubhouses at the HOA with a pool, but an actual private pool in your backyard, right? So I'm guessing 240. Let's hit that yes button, and we're at 283. So we got quite a few more, right? So 283 divided by 11. Oh, you got to punch it in correctly, though. 1182. We're looking at 23.9%. Let's just say 24% have pools, okay? Now, let's do the same thing for 4 bedrooms. Okay, again, we got 1,182. What if we want at least 4 bedrooms? I'm going to come in and hit 4. I want to guess, again, this is entertaining for me. I'm going to guess 27% have pools. So I don't know what 27% is, but if that was 24, I'll say 313. Let's see what happens here. 442. I'm way off. Okay. So 442, my gosh, that's over a third. That's probably 36, 37%. Divided by 1182. It is 37%. Okay. So 24% of properties in Port St. Lucie have private pools. 37% have 4 or more bedrooms. When you interlock the two, let's see where we're at, right? It's obviously going to be lower than 24%. I'm going to guess it's about, okay, 106. So 106 divided by 1182. You're looking at 9% of the homes on the market have at least 4 bedrooms and a private pool, okay? So you're getting rid of 9 out of 10 options, which isn't a bad thing, right? You're narrowing it down to exactly what you want. But I will say, with 106 options, you've got a lot of choices, right? So now we got to kind of break down the price points. And I'll tell you this, if you're looking, let's say 700 grand and less, how many do we lose out of that bunch of 106? We lose about 30%, maybe a little bit more. So you've got a lot of homes that are in that $750,000 and higher price points when you're looking for the added bedroom, because most homes here are 3 bedrooms, and you want that private pool, right? What if you want to be at 500 grand or less? That's a pretty typical price point request down here. You still got 25 options to be in Port St. Lucie with a pool and 4 bedrooms. Now, here's the, I don't know if I'd say scary thing or bad thing. I would just say, here's the warning to anybody who's like, well, Joe, what about 400 grand? We'll probably find you some options at 400 grand. The problem is the pool might be severely cracked. It might need, thousands of dollars worth of repairs, resurfacing, whatever. It could be green and just grungy and dirty. The house could be an absolute wreck. So, coming down in price, but finding the criteria you're looking for doesn't always tell you the quality of the house you're looking at. So just, be careful. I would say a decent pool home is probably, and by decent, I mean, maybe it's dated. Maybe it's not the size you want, everything else, but if you find a 3-bed dated home that's in good condition, anything it would need would be aesthetic. It doesn't need a new roof. It doesn't need an AC. The pool's in fine condition. It's clean. There's no cracks, anything like that. You're probably looking around $400,000. In fact, let's see what we can get. 400 grand, we got 7. So let's see what these 7 look like. Let's go to photos. This is the biggest one of the 7. And holy smokes, they got a lot of photos. Outside looks pretty decent, right? Inside looks really nice. Yeah, kitchen looks nice. You got a lot of updates here, right? Granite countertops, granite backsplash, bright, light, white. Yeah, bathrooms are updated, which is great. I want to see what that outside looks like, though. Yeah, their bathroom looks really nice. Bathrooms, laundry room. Oh, I remember this one. Yep. So these guys do not have an in-ground pool. This is an above-ground pool. It's going to turn some people off. It looks a little bit on the smaller side, but you do have a pool. So there you go. Let's look at the next one. Okay. Again, looks dated, but it looks clean. It looks well maintained. They're staging it really nicely. Guys, if you are a train wreck when it comes to your house, at least when you go to sell it, man, stage it nice, clean it nice, and people will get the feeling that you've maintained it forever. You'll make $5,000, $10,000, $15,000 more on that sale, right? So again, very dated, but I don't see any major issues with the home. Of course, there's a lot you can't tell from photos. All right, where's that pool? We just saw it. So this, it's hard to tell if it's fiberglass or not. It's absolutely dirty. I would not swim in that pool the way it is right now. But there you go. That's 394. Here's another 394. This is on Del Rio Boulevard, a little bit busier of a street, but they've got a metal roof, right? Inside looks wonderful. Had a little discoloration on that driveway outside, but that's nothing you can't, take care of with either some chemicals and some power washing, or maybe you've got to do a sealer depending on. Okay, so here you can see it's a little dirty, but you've got an actual concrete in-ground pool and a metal roof, man, and you're doing it for $394. Of course, you're on Del Rio, but you're able to hit those check boxes. Okay, so here you only get 6 photos. They want to prove to you they've got a photo or a pool, right? They're on the water. They give you the money shot, which is usually the kitchen, right? That's the best shot usually. And there's the outside. Not the greatest photos, but it's hard to tell if it's a good house, not a good house. Who knows? Here's one on Hibiscus, 390. One stall garage. Okay, they got the photos aren't the greatest, but the house doesn't look bad. We just need a new photographer here. Bathroom looks really nice, really updated. Flooring looks updated. This is great. Okay, here's your pool. So I want to back up one here. I can't tell if this concrete pad is connected to the house or not, or if it's separate, but it looks like you've got an in-ground concrete pool, a completely fenced-in backyard, which is okay. It is connected. Now I can't see the bottom. This is dark. This is grungy. Not hugely excited about it. And I can see along the sides. I don't know if you can see my cursor. There's cracks where you can see the pool. I mean, I'm not a pool guy. I have no idea what this literally is, but if I were to guess, I would guess that pool is coming out of the ground, and you've got cracks to kind of support that. So I would not be overly excited about that pool there. Let's look at 370 with, okay, this is a pretty house. I got a pretty fence, pretty lawn, pretty pictures. Yeah, we got some carpet. I know Floridians don't like carpet. Guys, turn your lights on. Yeah, we need a new photographer, but the house looks well maintained. It's got carpet. Okay, so here we go. We got nice decking, concrete pool. The pool looks, clean to fairly clean. Oh, it even lights up, and you got a private backyard. That might not be a bad one. And here's the last one. It's on Prado. It's $400,000. Again, metal roof, pretty basic outside. You got a screened-in backyard, concrete pool. I can see the bottom, the glistening. It looks wonderful. It's a little smaller pool. Looks more like a lap pool than anything, but it's hard to tell with the photos. The inside looks really good, really clean. Yeah, it's a little dated, but you know what? I mean, this is a home. If my girls were looking for a first-time home and they could afford $400,000 and they got into this home, just looking at the photos, this looks like a nice house. So there you go, guys. You can get into something for $400,000 and have a pool and have 4 bedrooms. If you come up to 500, I don't want to bore you guys, but I do want to show you. In fact, let's go maybe 75 to 500. We got 9. All right, let's bump her up even higher. Maybe 490. I want to get like 2 or 3. 6. All right, come on. We'll do the 6. So, yeah, none of these streets are overly big. Let's start with this one. I've seen this one. I'm not a fan of this one. Let's go to this one. So here, again, yeah, you got a dirty driveway, but, nothing big. Backyard pool, I mean, it's screened in, it's concrete. I can see the bottom of the stairs, so it's somewhat clean. It's hard to tell unless you're really close there. Again, dated, but it looks like it's in great condition. You've got carpet, and again, I know Floridians don't like carpet, but you'll attract us Midwesterners, man. We like carpet up north there. Keeps our feet warm in the winter. But yeah, this home looks decent. I don't know if I would purchase this home. I wonder what the square footage is. Yeah, so all these homes are a little bit bigger, right? Everything else was, with the exception of one, was under 2,000 square feet. All of these are not just over, but 100, 200, 300 square feet over. Beautiful glistening pool. Excuse me. Not screened in, but you got a metal roof. Solar. If you guys didn't watch my video with Richie a couple weeks ago, go watch it on solar. Very enlightening. I still don't know if I'm a solar fan, but it was interesting to listen to, and I definitely learned some stuff. So you got a pavered driveway, 2-stall garage, dated flooring, but it looks like good flooring, and it's not carpet, right? That's a pro for people. Bathrooms are dated. I don't see any carpet throughout. Yeah, you got granite, you got stainless steel appliances, a lot of decking. You get the metal roof. So you're getting a couple extra things here for the added about $100,000. I want you guys to remember, though, you might be looking at this saying, they don't get a lot better for $100,000. I'll tell you, they probably do. And it's probably stuff you can't see, right? When I bring you to these homes, okay, this is a fiberglass pool. When I bring you to these homes, probably not going to have a lot of issues, right? It is what you see it is. Okay, here's your pool. It's not screened in, not a lot of decking, but it looks like a nice big pool. No flooring, carpet on the flooring. But anyway, going back to those $400,000 homes, there's probably more issues going on, serious issues going on with homes in that price range, just correlationally speaking, that you're not getting from the photos, right? And all those things add up to be a pain in the butt. People don't want to do it, so they'd rather pay 50 to 100 grand more and get a house that doesn't have all those issues. So you've got a nice screened-in backyard, pool. You're on not a huge part of the canal, but when I look at a canal like this, I don't really think, oh, man, that's beautiful. I can't wait to live on it. I think, hey, I'm not going to have any backyard neighbors, and that's obviously enticing, right? And here's one at 500 grand. Ooh, definitely my favorite photo. You've got, I don't know if I call this a circular drive, but you've got a bigger drive with 2 entrances. You've got a pavered floor, flooring, pavered driveway. It looks like you got a metal roof, 2-stall garage. There you go. Screened, concrete, large, spa. Well, okay, it's all fake decorating, but it's beautiful. Not as dated as the other homes. Dated, but not as dated. One of the better of the bunch we're looking at, and all of these from memory are within $10,000 of each other. Just again, once you get into the house, it's considerably different than the photos. But from the photos, this one looks pretty dang good. So let's see, just so you can kind of get expectation management here. List price per square foot is anywhere from 200 to 237 a square foot when you're in that 490 to 500 range, right? 200 to 237. I bet when we come down here, my bet is it gets higher, but we'll see. Let's go 350 to 400. I bet it goes higher. Well, you've got some on the higher, some on the lower. You got one at 181, probably needs a lot of work. Then you've got one at 203, which kind of matches that 200 on the other side. But then you quickly go over, right? You've got 239, 249, 298. Again, these are asking prices, though. I mean, I can ask $1 million for my house, and it ain't worth $1 million. So, some people are starting very high, everything else like that. Last thing I want to do is actually show you some sold prices. And again, I'm not looking so much at the price as I am looking at the price per square foot. And we're just going to look in the last month here, February specifically. And I want to come down. Let's get rid of the price point. And we're just saying we want a single family home with a private pool and at least 4 bedrooms. We had 14 that sold. Okay. Sold price per square foot descending. So you got a couple up here in the 400s. I think it's one. Yeah, it's one, but it's listed on two different MLSs. But that's a $1.8 million home, right? It's probably got a lot of other upgrades that really make it that expensive per square foot. All of these are on the higher end until look at this big jump from 308.90 to 259.94. Now you're down to the 660, right? And if you want to get down into the here's the first one under 660. We got 543. You're at 235 a square foot, right? And they come all the way down to 169 a square foot. That's probably needing a lot of repairs. Let's see what that looks like in the photos. Yeah, you can't even see the photos. It's probably got that many issues, right? Even 190, I'd be willing to bet if they've got photos. We'll see if they do. Wow, that is a unique looking house. Okay, it's a pretty pool area. Nice screen, horrible photos, but man, this is a great house. Why did this sell for so little per square foot? I do not know. I don't know. I'd have to dig a little bit more, but you can see on a pool home, most of these are going between 200 and 240. We'll say 235, 200 and 235 a square foot. So if you want a 2,000 square foot home, you're probably looking at 4 to 470 for a house, right? If you want a 3,000 square foot home, you can just increase that by 50%. And you can kind of guesstimate what your budget is going to need to be in order for you to hit those certain price points. So guys, there you go. There is a little bit of information on 4 beds with a pool. Hey, Joe. Hey, Brad. What's going on, brother? If you guys have any questions, even after this broadcast is over, whether you're watching on YouTube, Facebook, whatever it is, or if you've got an idea for another video you'd like me to do next week, just like this video was, feel free to leave that in the comments and we will certainly get it done. Guys, I hope you have a phenomenal week and enjoy your Wednesday. Take care.